I will be going live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Sunday, I think I'm going to do my first IG live. I will put it in the community section when and where to find me. Well, it's going to be on IG. I suggest that you subscribe to or follow, whatever they call it, to my IG channel. I will be doing a lot of my content on the circus on Instagram. So this should be interesting and fun. Of course. Yeah, I have an audience for it, and I also just want to spread my content to other platforms and not stay too concentrated just on my headquarters, which is YouTube, always and forever. But anyways, Bonnie Lashey decided to go on Tasha K's Unwind show to, I guess, expose her truth, the way she sees the truth. Now, we're not going to play this beautiful bean footage because we know how Tasha K can be with her content. Also, we know how Bonnie Lashey cries out for attention half of the time when, she's on these interviews. I hope she was a little bit more ladylike when she was on Tasha K's show, but I doubt it because another reason why I'm not showing this clip, even though it's on Bonnie Lashey's channel, she did something that I thought was inappropriate. It wouldn't bother me, but we have to, abide by the community guidelines of YouTube. So that's what we're going to do up here. But she's definitely clout chasing to another level. So today I go live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I will be discussing Nature Boy, Blueface, and Queen Op, and how they are all the same, and how they all ended up the same situation. And this is how usually people do end up when you are abusing your power. Um, Bonnie Lashey is thirsty. I keep saying this to you guys. I know this broad wishes she never left, that she weathered the storm. I think I would have weathered the storm, unless he was doing some type of putting paws on me or something like that. Then I would get myself out of that toxic situation. But if he wasn't doing that, and I just felt like, things were moving slower, patience is a virtue. And I think I would have waited because she probably would have made more out of her career. Look at Chriseanrock. She doesn't even effortlessly, she is shining. She's making coins. She surpassed Blueface in the game, and he's dependent on her. I think that if she would have stayed and weathered the storm out, because a lot of people might say, well, that's not the good advice to give nobody. Let me tell you something. It is when you ended up coming backpedaling anyways in the first place. Why leave to know you're gonna come back? You know what I'm saying? Like there was a part in your heart that you knew that you was weak enough that is a possibility you was gonna come back. So me saying that is just keeping it real. Let's not say what we want to hear. Let's say what you need to hear. So Bonnie Lashey, of course, she goes on these interviews. They're probably not paying her for anything because she's a willing participant, someone that will give the information on the tea, okay, at any given time to expose the relations with Blueface. But just recently, I just found out through her cousin explaining the situation. They just, and I said this before, but I wasn't sure. They just got back in touch with each other since Bonnie Lashey had left the scene, and this was like a sudden you're my woman and I'm your man. So you know it was game on Blueface's part because he knew he had to surrender himself in the jail. He needed all the women, all the wooty wooty that he could get to hold him down and promote him and his brand, the circus brand, so that he could stay relevant. Sometimes rappers, sports players, they go to jail and they're not relevant no more. And I think he's afraid of that. I'm also thinking that he knows he can't live a normal life. One being active being an active gang member. Also, he went from rags to riches, riches to rags. You can't it can't be like that. You can't go from rags to riches and then now you're back at rags and you are not living the way you used to living when you got that money. He hasn't even been rich or an influence in social media until the last 4 or 5 years. Ain't been like even a decade for him, and he's already a one hit wonder. And I think that Bonnie's trying to get her feet wet and use this for what it is before the train derails and he's a one hit wonder, forgotten about, and maybe even Chrisean if she keeps tailing behind him, thinking that she's gonna ride or die for him, knowing that she needs to do what she needs to do so that she can get to where she needs to get to because he's gonna hold her down as much as he can, especially if he starts to feel like he's not gonna be relevant. And he's going to be a serpent and everybody around him that wants to be down with the circus, he gonna put down because it's gonna benefit him. And we see the behaviors of the benefits because his mother does it. She's doing it now while he's in jail. One minute she's saying, "My son, my poor son," and this person put my son in. This happened, and this and that. But she's no better than Blueface is. But let me also show you this. I can't believe that women are actually, now that it's trending, that Bonney, Lashay and Chriseanrock got tattoos on themselves and went viral basically. Now women that are not even an item with Blueface, never even saw him in the flesh, is now getting tattoos on the most personal parts of their body, and that's their face. Do better. We would do better. There's no way that you should be out here putting your body on display in a way where you are putting a man who doesn't know you, doesn't care about you, not concerned about you on display, his face. Like you're a walking billboard. You're an advertisement for Blueface, someone who's a serpent, someone that uses the ones around him that he should love and protect. And you're doing this for attention. Ladies, if you knew better, you would do better. I have seen sightings of women in particular putting these things on their face. And guess what? Even if it's a fake one, say, we were saying Chriseanrock's tattoo was fake, but it turned out to be real. It doesn't matter. The principle of you even thinking of such a poor joke or something to go viral by even putting this tattoo that might not even be permanent on your face is a reflection on who you are and how you get down. It's just not tasteful. And if it was a joke, it's not a tasteful joke. And it's really sad, and I'm quite sure whoever is her loved ones, this young lady's loved ones, are very, very disappointed. If you go on TikTok, by the way, you will see a slew of people that are trending with these Blueface tattoos, and it's crazy because he's a one hit wonder. I mean, who knows? And I'll take it back 10 years from now if he's still around. And what I mean by still around, I'm talking about his father's still popular, still busting the algorithm down and a topic of conversation on social media. We'll see.